Mr. Adkins claims he cleaned up his life to save his marriage, but his wife says the local sex workers say something different. Today on Divorce Court. All rise. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding.
Hello, everyone. You may be seated.
Your Honor, this is the case of Adkins v. Adkins.
Thank you so very much, Mrs. Adkins and Mr. Adkins. Thank you for being here in Divorce Court, and welcome, everyone. We are here today looking at the case of Adkins versus Adkins with allegations of cheating and inappropriate sexual contact with someone outside of the marriage. And a lie detector test will determine whether or not this marriage goes forward. Mrs. Adkins, you brought this case. Why are we in court today, ma'am?
Your Honor, I come today because over the past 3 years, I have caught my husband, Justin, not only talking to online hookers, but sending sexual videos. And he claims that he's stopped, and if I find out that he's lying, I want a divorce, and I've brought the papers.
And Mrs. Adkins, when a woman walks in here and waves the papers around at me, that usually means that she's serious about what she's talking. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna turn to you, Mr. Adkins. You heard your wife. What do you say, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm here today because I love my wife, Crista, but I'm tired of the accusations that I'm still doing those things that she's accusing me of.
And you say those are things that were in your past and that's not going on right now in the present. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. Well, kind of in the past, kind of not.
Wait, is either in the past or it's not?
Yes, ma'am. It's in the past.
Okay, and we're gonna determine how we define what past means today.
Yes.
Let me go over to you, Ms. Adkins. You all have been together for 3 years, married for 5 months. You have no children together. Why don't you take me back to where you all first met and how we ended up in this position today?
We met in 2021 through a mutual friend. After a couple months, he had messaged me on social media and asked me if I was the girl that his friend had brought over. And I had told him yes, and we ended up hanging out, and I've been with him ever since.
And I understand that you all also connected on a level that was not the most appropriate.
During the time that when we first got together, we were both using drugs. We struggled with addiction. Currently, I have gotten 2 years clean, and he is almost 18 months.
Fantastic. That's awesome. I love hearing those stories. Tell me a little bit about that struggle together, because you all clearly came out of it. Am I right, Mr. Adkins?
Yes, ma'am. She's actually the reason I'm clean off of drugs today. When she was in rehab, I didn't want her to come home to me being still using, so I made a real big effort to clean up before she came home.
Okay, so I'm seeing that the two of you do know how to do things together. What changed?
It's a common thing with people who use drugs to lose or be smaller. When I got sober, I gained a lot of weight.
What's a lot of weight?
Close to 100 pounds.
So you do realize if there's weight gain, you've more than likely traded one addiction for another.
Right.
So what you have to do, quite frankly, is get to the core of what makes you have an addictive personality. Until you get to the core, you're not going to be able to manage that. And we want you to be able to manage all of your wants, needs, and desires. Don't trade one in for another.
Yes, ma'am.
You say that there's some insecurities that have come up. Your intimacy is not the same as it used to be. Am I correct?
There are times where he is no longer intimate with me like we used to be. Times where I've asked him for sex, and he has blown me off and told me that he was tired or he was too dirty from work.
They have showers.
Right.
All right, Mr. Adkins, your wife says the intimacy has changed. What gives?
I'm not a shallow person. I love my wife. She's as beautiful today as she was the day I met her. But we've been together for 3 years, and it's the honeymoon stage is over, and I think she's confusing that with me not wanting to be intimate with her. It's not that I don't want to be intimate with her. It's just like I'm literally tired because I'm a welder. I'm tired when I go home. It's
Okay, so that still means you make time for each other.
yes, ma'am.
I get the feeling Ms. Adkins thinks that her weight gain has turned you off. Am I right, Ms. Adkins?
There have been times like when I've asked him and he's blown me off, that he's gone to the bathroom and then was in there for like 30 minutes, and I felt like he was talking to other women.
Wow.
I was not talking to other women. I was using the bathroom.
Huh.
It's sometimes takes 30 minutes.
Yes, sometimes it does. I'm gonna tell you that. Ms. Adkins, what's with this online sex site?
He's got a thing where he likes to go on websites where you can talk to people virtually and masturbate live. He had asked me one time if I would go on there with him, and being with the weight gain, I haven't felt comfortable in my own skin, so I didn't want to. And instead of like not doing it, he was like, oh, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. And did it right in front of me. And that really hurt, Justin. Like, you don't understand, like, I'm already feeling insecure, and then you're going on here and for all these people.
Mr. Adkins, what's that about?
Well, I've been completely upfront about the things that I like and things that I don't like, so this shouldn't have been that big of a surprise to her, because I was upfront about it.
Well, I actually think you, Mr. Adkins, have traded in one addiction for another. You do realize you can be addicted to several different things. Some people are addicted to food, some people are addicted to gambling, some use drugs, some drink alcohol, some like sweets. An addiction is when you have an uncontrollable urge to do things repetitively that you know is not good for you.
Your Honor, it hasn't been consecutive times. It's only been
I'm hearing allegations that it has manifested itself in a cheating. So I want to hear from you, Ms. Adkins. What is your evidence of cheating?
I had been looking at his phone, and it was a picture of a condom and a stack of hundreds on it saying, I work hard for my money.
I'd like to see what you're talking about. Wow, dame. Okay, well, I can be there at 2. I got to get ready to go. I love something and something. I don't know about you, Mr. Adkins, but I would have some questions about that.
I had been looking at his phone, and I had saw a message from somebody, so I looked at it, and after reading the messages, I come across this picture, and it was a picture of a condom and a stack of hundreds on it saying, I work hard for my money. And then later on, I submitted this to the court.
I'd like to see what you're talking about. So I see in green, come outside. I can't come out. This is the alleged prostitute.
Yes.
I told you this earlier. Do you think I am poor or what? What's your sex position? Wow, dame. Okay, well, I can be there at 2. I got to get ready to go. I love something and something. Mm-hmm. I don't know about you, Mr. Adkins, but I would have some questions about that.
Well, yes, Your Honor, I would too, but I'm not a dumb person. I'm a college student, and I knew that woman was just trying to scam me out of my money, and at the time she was...
Doesn't seem like it.
At the time she was in her rehabilitation center.
So that makes it
and
okay?
I was just bored and just messing with people on the internet.
Is that okay if I go and do that?
Woman was not. No, it's not. But I knew that woman was not real, and she was just trying to scam me. But I was just laughing at how far she was trying to take it.
So you're telling me what I just read was a joke, and you playing a joke on this woman?
No, ma'am. That woman came and sent me messages first, and then
Right.
I started laughing at how far she was trying to get me to actually do these things. So I started going along with it and just laughing at it. I didn't actually cheat on her. I didn't actually do anything. I never even left the house.
Fair enough. Is that the only time, Mrs. Adkins?
No, ma'am. There are several others.
Okay, I understand that there's video evidence also.
Yes, ma'am. While I was in my program, I logged into my Facebook, and there was a message from somebody that I didn't even know showing me what my old man was doing. And it was a video of him masturbating, and pictures of him nude.
And this was on the internet somewhere?
It was over social media. They had messaged me, and it was them telling me like what he was doing while I was away. And
Did you submit that evidence to court?
I did, actually. Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to see the evidence. The PG version, members of the jury. Okay, I'm gonna need to look a little closer. I am not here to joke. You better answer me if you don't want things to go wrong for you, because you really have no idea what I'm capable of. Destroy your career, tarnish your honor, your reputation, and even that of your family. Is that someone sending that note to your husband?
Yes, they were trying to blackmail him, and that's how I had gotten the pictures. They had sent them to me trying to blackmail him.
What is this about, Mr. Adkins?
She's correct. I was being blackmailed by a woman on the internet that I was talking to before I had gotten with her. There was a 4-month period between my ex leaving and before she came into the picture where I was single, and that's where the videos came from.
So you're saying these are pictures from way before you even got into a relationship with Mrs. Adkins?
Yes, ma'am.
He's a liar.
What makes you say he's a liar?
There's a mirror in the picture, and I don't know if you can see him. There's a mirror that we had gotten while we were together.
I'm gonna look at the mirror. Okay. And you recognize this mirror?
I do, yes, ma'am.
Mr. Adkins, your wife said the mirror in the picture is from when you all were together.
Yes, Your Honor, but it is not. That picture was actually taken at my mother's house. It's
Your mama got the same mirror?
I had the same room from when I was a child. The room's always been there, so the mirror's always been in the room. It's been the same for
But
years.
Mrs. Adkins said that you all got the mirror together.
I do believe she might be confused.
Ms. Adkins don't look confused to me. I'm gonna tell you, that would bother me. Do you still think that he is involved with his ex?
Yes, ma'am. He picked her up, and he tried to kiss her. And then she sent me a message. I have the message, too.
Oh, you have, she came with the receipts. Justin came to pick me up, and then I wouldn't kiss him or give him the time of day, even though he wanted me to. Mr. Adkins?
Yeah, he's a liar. Like, literally, I saw him one day when I was in my program, the first time I'd ever seen him, and he had the same beard. He didn't wear it before that. He said he wore it while I was away to make me feel better.
Mr. Adkins says that nothing untoward happened with him sending those pictures, but you say that that's not the only thing.
It's not. It's.
Do you still think that he is involved with his ex? Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. I had gotten a social media message from her telling me that he had gone to pick her up, which I didn't know about. He didn't tell me anything about it. But he went and picked her up, and then he tried to kiss her. He didn't tell me any of it. And then she sent me a message, telling me about it and pretty much telling me I was a homewrecker.
But you were already married to him, am I correct?
Right.
Okay, so it would be your home that was being wrecked.
Right, exactly.
Mr. Adkins, what was that about?
Oh, I have the message, too.
Oh, she came with the receipts. Like, I'm talking them CVS type receipts, okay? I just wanted to let you know that Justin came to pick me up and that I wouldn't kiss him or give him the time of day, even though he wanted me to. Ooh, side chicks ain't loyal. Mr. Adkins?
My ex there that we're referring to, I honestly just needed closure from that relationship, and when that happened, that gave me all the closure I needed.
Yeah, because she dropped a dime on you and said that you...
It was 6 months into our relationship, and I was still on the fence, really.
Yeah.
Didn't know what side of the fence I wanted to be on, and that gave me the closure I needed.
He drug us both around for forever. I originally didn't know about her, and then when he finally told me about her, he didn't tell her about me.
So it's very clear, Mr. Adkins, that you were playing two ends against the middle.
They both knew about each other in the beginning, yes, ma'am.
No.
I was completely upfront about that part.
I asked him to take a lie detector test.
I know you did, and this court ordered a lie detector test because a polygraph will reveal if there's deception going on. Will you please ask the witness to come and join us?
Sure.
If you fail, I'm signing these papers. Does anybody have a pen, just in case?
Oh, not to worry. We will provide the pen. Hello, Mr. Yarbrough. Will you please tell the court your professional affiliation?
My name is John Yarbrough. I'm a certified polygraph examiner and a member of the American Polygraph Association. I've done hundreds of polygraphs for law enforcement and other public safety agencies across the state, as well as professional and private party polygraphs.
Thank you very much, and you've provided services to this court for the purposes of polygraph examinations. I asked you to subject the defendant to a polygraph examination, and he willingly submitted. Am I correct?
That is correct.
We asked Mr. Adkins 3 questions. I'd like to probe into those 3 questions. Since starting your relationship with Crista, have you ever sent a video of yourself masturbating to anyone? Is that correct?
That is correct.
And what was Mr. Adkins' answer?
Mr. Adkins answered no.
And what did the results indicate?
The polygraph examination results indicated there was deception indicated to that question.
What?
So we
Really?
know that the video was sent.
No.
Like,
The second question that we asked Mr. Adkins, since being with Crista, have you ever paid anyone to have sexual contact with you?
That is correct, Your Honor.
What was Mr. Adkins' answer?
Mr. Adkins answered no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination results indicated that there was deception noted to that
are
question.
you kidding me?
Two for
that's
two.
not
Are
right.
you kidding me?
That's not right. That's,
You
Here-
paid?
I've never paid. I am not that terrible of a looking of a man to have to pay for sex.
We asked a third question, Mr. Adkins. During your relationship with Crista, have you had sexual contact with anyone she does not know about? Is that correct, Mr. Yarborough?
That is correct, Your Honor.
What was Mr. Adkins' answer?
Mr. Adkins answered no to that question.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination results indicated that there was deception noted to that question as well.
I want a divorce. Like,
Excuse me?
No.
I want you to get a divorce. Please get the papers.
That's not right.
you better find your own ride home.
Thank you very much. I'd like to look at these papers to see if they are in order. Mrs. Adkins, you did not sign these papers. Is there a reason?
I did not cheat on my wife.
I'd hoped that the lie detector would say something different.
Let me tell you something.
This is my third
You
marriage.
can argue about the lie detector and the polygraph all you want to, but when there's deception on all 3 questions, something tells me the deceiver is standing in front of me. Thank you, Mr. Yarborough. I appreciate
Ma'am,
you.
You're welcome, Your
This
Honor.
is my third
It's-
marriage.
Ma'am,
I'm not doing
I'm
it
listening.
anymore.
I'm listening.
You can look at it as deception on if all 3 questions were answered like that, or you could look at it as the polygraph was wrong.
I tell you what.
I
tell you what. Mr. Yarborough is a professional who has done his job for this court
You make me sick.
numerous times and has done the job for law enforcement and private citizens numerous times. And I'm looking at you, and you, I can tell.
You're so disgusting.
I don't need a polygraph examination to know. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
You make me
Will you
sick,
please
Justin.
give this back to the
I've given you
plaintiff?
3 years.
I have never.
3 years. All gone. And this is my 3rd marriage. I'm not doing it again.
Where is Usher when I need him? It's time to sign them papers. Will you please retrieve the papers for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Serve the defendant. I will provide you with a transcript of this court proceeding for you to go to a
Sir.
court of law. You need to stay sober. You do not ever need to go back to the person that you were, and you do not need to trade in one addiction for another addiction, and anybody that's not helping you on that path is blocking that path. Walk away, young lady. Walk away.
It's not what it seemed like.
It's a lie detector test. They're professional people.
I know, but if you,
They don't-
They answered all 3 questions. They said I was seeking
So
on
you're
all
a
3 questions.
liar. You lied. That's what it is.
I did not
Like, what is wrong
lie.
with you? I'm supposed to be your wife.
I
We
love
took
you.
vows.
I
You love me.
I'm not signing this.
It doesn't matter. You've been served.
Okay, I'm just saying, this is not right.
It's not right that you cheated on me and that you lied to me and made me think I was crazy.
Made